Oh, right. Anybody I'm following? Thanks for the follow, mate. That was 1 minute ago. I don't know if they're here, but make this bigger. Hey, let's go, Aethron. Control copy. It's over here. I'll put this here. I suppose. What's up, Princess D? There we go. Where is Steam? Here we go. It's a bunch of threes. Oh, nope. Never mind. It just changed. Mine breaker has been enabled. I can't imagine like reading that. If you're new to DBD or trying to get into it. What's up, La Morales? What's up, Backpack? Man, I like this one better than California California Love. We'll call this one part 2. I like part 2 more part 1 then. I like part 1 though, obviously. Oh yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh. Hey, actually, or is it gonna be in Killer? Yeah, can we do this one? This is like the newer map. I need to get a bunch of games on this for Looping Guide. And it's gonna be over the weekend. That's so sad. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. They're sending me an invite though. They could join. They just gotta type exclamation join in the chat. Yeah, what's up, AJ? There we go. And we need Aethron in here. Hey, how you doing, AJ? Happy Friday, everybody. It's gonna be interesting. Look at this map. It's sad that it's on the weekend, though. least we get one day, but it's a short stream. So I'm probably going to play on this map every game. Not going to lie. All right. What's up, Deontay? How you doing? Wait. Let's get Lamin in here. Because if we wait for Lamin, Lamin can get 2 games. Or does Lamin need time to like load in or something? Should we ready up? Oh, go ahead. All right. What's up, Zer? Should I call you Zer? Oh. I keep doing that. I keep putting it on repeat instead of random. Damn it. Yeah, but BB tore his fucking Achilles though. That's bad. That's like, especially in something like football, that's probably extra bad. This is probably actually my favorite Korn song. I like some Korn. They're not my absolute favorite or anything, but turn this shit up. I didn't even know Korn was still making music. I didn't even know Opeth was until like this year-ish. When I was like, oh, they have newer albums than I've listened to. That's my favorite band. You know how there's only so much time? I was just caught up. Editing and working and streaming. And the only other time I had to watch stuff was, or do anything, was sports or
I have no
watching sports or you know what's funny? My high ass was just about to be like, huh, we got the new map. I don't know, I was just about to be like, I need more games on this. I was like, oh yeah. I actually really like the map thing. It's a way to get more blood points too. And you know, if you play on when they get Leary's or Hawkins in the map showcase, you know for a fact. Aw. Where are the... Ooh, it's haste too. Here we go. Oh, I forgot. I forgot to switch to Jumpsuit Jake. Yeah, I'm all over the place today. I had one of those nights where like you wake up randomly for like 3 hours and can't sleep. Luckily, I didn't work today though. Nice. I still have Blast Mine on. I needed it for that thing. There's a tome. Damn. And the head will make it. Do they have served hands? Damn. I didn't even know they were still getting chased. Oh, I should have put the thing on it. I still will make it. This is good. Look at that heal. Speed. Have some. Literally just gonna scar to 3-gen the whole game. You already got the slowdowns. That's what the slowdowns are for. I wasn't even looking. I thought they were chasing somebody else. Where could we go? Damn. Look at all this great RNG we got to work with. Damn it. I wanted to run up those stairs. Wanted to run up the stairs. That wasn't a bad chase though, considering I was not paying attention and just gave up a hit. I will say, don't blame the bot for DCing. I'm like, let's try the new map out. Runs into literal copy pasta, regen guarding on the first game. Very first game. Aethron, we can go next if you want. And so Beck doesn't have to keep waiting. If Aethron can hear. Because it's just a bot. Alright, go get your 4K. They want it really bad. That's what it looks like. We're being good people and giving it to them. What's up, Talvish? I don't think we're going to be able to go next, right? Because the bot's going to get... Well, if the bot gets us off. Or the bot just gets down. But here's the thing as well. We literally have a bot here on our team. And Beck is playing in the first game on. So every time we do open lobbies, we haven't been here before. We stream Monday through Friday at 4:20 p.m. Eastern time, and we do open lobbies every Wednesday and Friday. We already have a bot, and sometimes if somebody's just playing really hard, and we can't do anything against that without communications. So as long as we have a full party, because you only get one game unless you're in the first game on, which is what 8th Run and BLN, but they're back in chat. You get 2 games if you're in the very first game on, because I usually play like ass. I forgot to wear the right outfit. I need to start with Jumpsuit Jake, actually. But I don't really want to keep Beck waiting. If we had a teammate, though, but the teammate DC'd, because they didn't want to put up with that either. How many hours depends if I was playing good or bad. When I'm like playing iffy, I'm like, I have 9,329.7 and nowhere else. I don't have any other hours anywhere. But realistically, like 10,000 on Nintendo Switch and Xbox. What's my devotion here? That's what usually people ask for too. 46. I know the guy that has the most hours. He's the actual DBD's GOAT. He has like most survivors sealed and stuff. Penzi. He's devotion like 140 or something. He's got like 27,000 hours. I think that's Penzi TV, right? Yes, that's Penzi. Who are we waiting on though? Somebody wanted to get on they said play one really quick. Is Lamin ready? If Lamin's not ready, we can see if we can get Zur in. Oh yeah, but that's what we do, right? If the other teammate hadn't DC'd, you don't know if they have time to play one game, so you don't want to be going next, you know, and ruin their experience. But it was a literal bot, and we didn't want to keep Beck waiting. It's like, all right, we'll just go next. Have fun talking a little trash and go next. Not in post-game chat. I always think it's a waste of time to like talk any trash in post-game chat, but I love talking trash. In a sassy, sarcastic way. It's always being like, they look like they want it pretty bad. We're being good people and giving it to them. You know what I mean? Because it's video games. You're supposed to be the bigger person in real life, but video games ain't real life. But I have a whole video on that, on trash talk. Or specifically... Oh, my bad. What do I need to change this for? What's my... Oh, I have no boon. Overcome. No! Did I press it in time? I don't think I did. I gotta change this, though. What's the build? Deja vu and resilience. Oh, yeah. The whole common perk build. I had that one on because I had a tome, but the tome has been done. So I was like, dang it. Hey! Tintin has. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Could be Tintin Haas. But once again, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. But feel free to have a laugh at me if it's laughably bad. Or correct me if it's like offensively bad. There's no ill intention. Oh, yeah. Eminem. Oh. Did the artist game count? I don't know because we didn't get Lamin in here. If Lamin's is here, then I think we should get Lamin in here. But I'll just clear the list anyway, since I remember it's Lamin. I'll say that now at the end of the match. Who was it? I can just go back up in chat and look. Oh, Vecna. Guess we'll sit here. Oh, Lemon, say kitchen next time. Aw, I'm sorry. Did you only have time for one game? We jumped in really fast. They might just be busy, but I'm sorry, mate. So, you can play another one then. With this group. Aw, someone lagged out. Hey, this tile. Is this all we're gonna get? Is just all slowdown killers? It's been 100% so far. Hey, that's not all slowdown. That's what's it called? Friends till the end. You got some originality here. That was Friends to the end, right? Yeah. So this is like the type of strong build you can't make fun of. Or it's actually better. That's why it's fun to make fun of 4 slowdowns, because most of the time that's not even their best build. Like Blight with 4 slowdowns, Blight is way better. At least with 3 slowdowns. Like, if you need all these slowdowns, at least 3 slowdowns, but needs brutal strength. It doesn't even need brutal strength, it just... it creates so many scenarios where you literally cannot make it anywhere. We'll make it. We'll make it is like my favorite solo queue perk. Well, and Kindred. The other two are just slap on. Okay, nice. Oh, damn. I did not have to crouch. Use the hand. If you missed, I was going to go up the stairs. I think we make this. Oh, I'm at the end of the map. I thought I was at main. It's hilarious. I went to turn around to go to main and I'm like, that is the exit gate. My high ass. This is why I should be wearing jumpsuit Jake. That's fucking hilarious. That would have gone in the jumpsuit Jake compilation. I guess it'll just go in the extras slash bloopers at the end of the long looping guide. I started doing that. Putting like random funny moments and things that happened that wasn't like in chase. Or was in chase. I tried to escape. Yes, it was my survival instincts. They were too strong. Let's go with that. It wasn't dumbass. It's like not sure if running away from or towards the problem. The fuck is the bot doing? Oh, Aethrin got the eye. Why is there no T radius? I had to do this. I actually body blocked good for once. And fuck. Oh, back to the same L2 wall. Was I not crouched? There's no bugs in DBD. Who says there's bugs in DBD? I just played you as artist and yikes. Salty, ain't it? Aw. Sounds like you got your healing spurt. Or else why are you in here whining about it? Did you want us to lick your balls on the video game? Well, then you should have had some originality. But we didn't see any, unfortunately. Glad I got you salty enough to have to come in here and try to stay something, though. Chalk it up to just as copy pasta as I thought it would be. Just like all the others. Same ego and all. Not like this killer we're playing against. This killer is just whooping our ass. And he actually thought of an original build. Not just piling on slowdowns. But, like I said, I'm glad that my trash talk got you salty enough to come in here and whine about it. I literally have a video about trash talk if you think I'm going to be sorry. Aw, fuck. Oh. Aw, didn't have anything else to say.
Where am I?
I was hoping. I love trash and talk. Oh shit, who's next in the queue? So we need to get Jarrett, James, and Zuck Machine. Do you guys know how to join? Yeah, writes paragraph and leaves. That's copy pasta. Exactly. Don't even know how to talk trash right. I was hoping they'd be original even in that regard, but nope. Because I was about to be like, can you have some original trash talk? Because that was 2 games ago. And we ain't talking about 2 games ago now. Once it's 2 games ago, I'm like, Gotta be original. Stay current. Codes. Which codes? I think those are the right codes, right? Alright, and Aethorn can get back in here too, because Aethorn rejoined. Let me copy paste this. Yeah, Lions win, but huge elbow because they lost BB. He fucking tore his Achilles, and that's not something that you just lose for the season. That's going to be like, that might have like forever type of effects. That's a sad thing too, is I was hearing that about Kirby Joseph's injuries. Is there like potentially pain he would deal with for the rest of his life, and it's like, no, I don't have legacy skins. I started in 2018. Matches, the chases have been great. Except for, I guess, that last Vecna chase. But he had no tear radius, and I was in the corner of the map healing since it was a bot on the hook. Alright, so we got Jared James in here. I think we're going to ready up. We do have an open spot. We have 2 open spots. Well, we have 3 open spots next game, but we want to get in, man, I smoked too much weed today. I fucking cotton mouth. Can't even speak. God damn. Was the first smoke of the day. Usually the first smoke of the day is a little, like, pinch. But I didn't have a first smoke of the day until now. So it was like, pow. Oh, fuck. I don't know if I ever pinned the message. Yeah, here we go. I did not pin the message. There we go. Why is the music so loud? Does the music feel louder than normal? I like the volume, but it still feels like louder than normal. Oh, it doesn't sound loud. Okay. And it's just me being sensitive today. On the ears. My sleep schedule was weird. I still got all the sleep I needed to. I was just like awake for 3 hours. And then I went back to sleep for like another 5. I couldn't even find them. Frihole. Even when I went to my profile. Where do they show up on your screen? It was really weird. I was like, where is this even like an option? I did try though. And also I need to play Funk. I'm sorry. Thanks for hitting skill checks. Hey, it's glitch trap. No, we're playing the playlist. The playlist is this map right now. I'm kind of sad because it's today and the next 2 days, and I don't play on this map much either. Yeah, I like it too. It helps people get better at the maps. Do you think it'll go away when there's events, though? Like, if there's a 2v8 out? Because that would split the queues way too much, I feel like. But I also liked how they were, like, different. It's like yesterday, the regular Survivor queue was, like, 2 minutes, and the killer queue... Or, sorry, not 2 minutes. Was 2 times, and the killer queue was, like, 1.5, and the map-specific one. It was, like, another way to sort of help out the queues. Especially when certain days, like when you get Learys or Hawkins, you're gonna get a bunch of Myers and Wraiths and... Excuse me, and, you know... And you can take cool builds to ones, like when you know it's Hawkins and you're playing Nurse, you can take, like, the whole aura reading build. And actually make an amazing map. I have no idea which maps. I like this thing, though. I liked when they did it the very first time with the pizzeria. When it was around for, like, a month. Throw over it. Read it. Yay. Oh shit. I should have just jumped it. He was already too far around. That was a bad play on mine. I don't know if I'd have been able to jump it, to be fair. If you're talking about looping guide, though, I was going to do Pale Rose, but they changed docks. So... They literally nerfed all the docks. I wonder if that gets changed when it comes back. Because... the docks were already pretty tricky. All 3 versions of it. And it looked like they just took 2 windows out of all 3 versions, and it's like... Like, I have a video that's like that version of docks that everybody thinks sucks. I'm like, it's pretty decent if you loop it this way. But it really depended on getting tough running vault like every time you turn the corner. You know, I thought it was rewarding. And then even with you're getting all the running vaults, it was just decent. It wasn't super strong. Now it just plain sucks. All 3. Even the strong version. The strong version was pretty good. Now this is Giga Chad killer. So looped this. What should we try to loop next? The cinder block area? That's what I was hoping. Because the reason certain killers struggle on Swamp and other killers are amazing on it, but it was because of the changes in elevation. I don't know what you can do about that. It's like Pyramid Head and Doctor and Nemesis and Artist and there's at least one more that are just like hard suck on that map because of the change in elevation. Because there's like a bunch of little changes in elevation. Vecna. No, Vecna gets stronger on that map, but I could see... Well, that's the thing, I guess. Because I would think of it as a strong map for Vecna, but... Because you would just push the survivor uphill and then hit him with the skull. Oh, shit. Yeah. My dumbass. Yep, because the specific thing with the map looping guides that I wanted people to have was they did need to change this, but map offerings. Remember, I was like, you just burn all your saloon map offerings and work on the main loop, you know. But now you can just wait for it to be in the rotation. But this is why I wanted all my looping guides to be done. Damn it. That was 100% my fault, but I looked and I was like, oh, I'm the only one that can get chased again. Aw. That's exactly what I did the other day. I guess bamboozle. Damn it. Damn. Did he double back here? He did. Damn. If I had started taking the hatchet out immediately, I still don't think they would have been able to hide the aura yet, right? Because everyone's like, oh yeah, he can see me run the other way. See, I just think this killer already won the game when he had everybody hooked once. There's 3 gens left, he had everybody hooked once, so I'm like, that's more impressive to me than just getting a 4K. On solo queues, at least. Because if the killer wants to play mean, ain't nothing we can do about it. We'll just go body block for their teammates, and you're running around the map for 45 seconds listening for a tear radius, because you don't know where they are. I am terrible at body blocking, though. It's the only thing that makes me nervous in the whole game. I think they would probably need to heal each other. No! That was the opportunity. But once again, if they're on communications, that'd be a lot easier to do. Damn it.
Stupid book.
I forgot. It's just the add-on. It blocks it for everybody too, right? When you hit a survivor with the hatchet. But no, I don't have a guide for this map. The next guide I was making was actually how to play against Nurse. Because the loops don't really matter against Nurse. But Nurse actually is a hot take, but I'm going to back it up. Or at least my opinion. I think Nurse is the most balanced killer in the game. Because if you're in a dead zone, it could be the worst kill. It could be a Ghostface on Ormond, but if you're, you know, where like he basically can't even stalk because he keeps getting broken out because he has nothing to hide behind. But if you're in a dead zone, it doesn't matter. You're just gonna get down. You know? This one really is bug. The suck it cam. Giga Chad Spring Trap. Yeah, but I can't play on tomorrow and Sunday though.
How do we get
That's the thing. You know. And so I'm like, damn it. Oh yeah, who are we going? Sorry. We catch this up. I don't think Zuck got it on the next one, right? Is Zuck here? It was 8th run, so we needed... I don't even see... Oh, Zerk probably tried to re-enter, and they weren't passed yet. So it's Hi and Beck. And Zerk, who just joined. Oh, then it's not Zerk. Then it has to be Zuck. Do you know how to join? Is this you? Israeli Dancer? Wait, I'm sorry, Zerk. I don't know who Israeli Dancer is. Well, they got beat to the party. But I don't see them on the queue either. Whoever Israeli Dancer is, you just gotta type exclamation join and it'll put you in the queue. Alright. And Beck is in, so I can go to next time. Beck. Oh, that's a short version. Wait. And now we're with Israeli Dancer? Who got kicked out? Or no, it was Zuck. Okay. They changed their name to Zuck. Yeah. But when you join the thing, whenever you join a lobby, it has your name as whatever you were when you loaded up the game. I hate that it does that, but it is. Because whenever someone would have me run perks before, I would change my name to Kap'n Kush, but it would still load in as no perks since 2020. But the reason I wanted to change my name specifically is because every now and then I'll play against like a killer or other survivors will be like, oh, I'll run no perks, and then I'm not even running no perks. What is that name? Kap'n Kush. Start your day off right with some Kap'n Kush. Yep. People have given me a bunch of nicknames, but the ones that I really like, I put in my stream title and make my in-game name. Most recent one was by Zerkarak, actually. That was Loop Skywalker. I was really Dancer.
I have no interest in dying today.
Aw, dang it. Fuck. Yeah, this is exactly what I thought. This is why we're gonna get Vecnas, because they're just gonna keep doing this dumb shit. Get free hits so you can't even see coming through the ground. So I was like, why are we getting multiple Vecnas? And I was like, and then I see him literally just, oh, I'm gonna chase where I know I can get a guaranteed hit. This is why we can't have nice things. Yep, see, he just went down the thing and then shot the skulls again. That's all he's gonna do the whole game. It's so copy pasta. He's gonna use Iron Grasp because he needs to keep us in areas that have change in elevation. Or else he can't get the free hits he loaded this up for. Then watch, he's just gonna leave now. Oh my god, I never saw that coming. Oh, good shit. To be fair, I was saying about that. I was like, actually, on the counterpoint, the counter argument, like on trash talk aside, that's why you would get a bunch of Ghostface and like Myers and stuff. Oh, if you got like Leary's or Hawkins,
I ain't gonna let you die.
or you just get people running stealth builds on it in general, because you're like, hey, normally this shit sucks because you don't know what map you're gonna get, but like if you're playing Bubba stealth build, you just keep going to Leary's or Hawkins when it's up. Gideon Meat Plant comes out. That made me want to play Nemesis. It's my favorite map with Gideon or with Nemi. Now, what asshole things are the survivors going to be doing, right? When it's Gideon Meat Plant, it's not like a Sabo map because we're all Dead by Daylight players. You know what I mean? I'm not going to pick you up. I'm just healing you all the way, and then you can pick yourself up. I will make it. This is what I mean by without communications. Oh, you can't hear. Interesting. I'm just assuming it's going to go through all the maps, right? Alright, they're over there. So I shall take them this way. Alright, come get your free hit. Use like skulls on me. I was kind of hoping he would turn around actually and then shoot it, and I was going to try to dodge it. Dang, our one gen done was too much. Wasn't our one gen done just way too much? Oh yeah, It's funny, we talked about this, not just this build, we were trying to come up with a build that would help solo queue out. Because I've always had the losing argument when people would be like, you're playing selfishly if you're, because you could run perks that help the team. I was like, this is true. Here's the funny thing, now he's gonna be like, now I have to tunnel. It's like, you wouldn't have had to. You lost 2 gens tunneling. Maybe not, he might stop this gen. But if anybody was here when I played Huntress, that's why I play the way I do. Because then you don't wind up in the... I don't know if there's MMR in this playlist, to be fair. But then you don't end up in the wrong MMR. Because I went, like, super far out of my way, and I think I got, like, 1 kill. But I made sure everybody was on Deathhook first. But the whole point was, I was like, believe your eye test, though, here. Yeah, I was like, how many easy, dumb hatchets did I miss? Because I'm terrible at Huntress. Where I could have just gotten an easy M1, you know? Or went and tunneled somebody out. And it's like, but look at the eye test, though. It's like, I was fucking awful with those hatchets. It was a lot of fun. I don't know why, but it's fun to kind of suck at stuff. Because then you know you have a lot to, like, work on. You're like, hey, I could play this for a while before getting bored. But that's what I'm going to do with a lot of killers in general, you know? But that was what I was trying to, like, point out. I was like, I only get 1 kill. Oh, dang, I lost, you know, even though I had 9 hooks, right? But that wasn't even the point. I was like... From the eye test, I should lose, even though even though literally, like, there was somebody on Deathhook getting in my way for some reason, and I downed them. Use the hand. Damn, I was trying to throw it. I shouldn't have hesitated right there, but I wasn't sure if he was going to try to mind game right where you can't see over the thing. Oh, perks and music. It's an all-common perk build. Because I've always understood the argument when people told me I was playing selfish in solo queue, because solo queue's hard enough. I understand. Trust me, that's all I play. Open lobbies I say is solo queue, but that's because we're not on communications, so you run into the same type of issues as solo queue. I am kind of fucked too, though. Unfortunately, we didn't get any, like, actual chases. All the chases we had were just going to take free hits. Nobody's on a gen. This is what I mean by if we're on communications. Because they could finish the gen. They could even finish a gen and leave me on hook and then get out. But no gen is getting work done. I'm going to get left on hook anyway, or tunneled out. And isn't that so hard? Isn't this such a skillful way to play? This guy definitely learned how to get better with his power playing like this. Wait, don't get close, don't get close. I might be able to... No! Because I might be able to self-unhook. Now it's too late. Wait. Dude! I'm spamming the button to unhook. Yeah, isn't that such a skillful way to play? He definitely improved with his power on that one. No, but once again, if we're on communications, I'd be like, no, stay away, I can, you know what I mean? It was just like, but that's why I play killer the way I do, so I don't wind up in the wrong MMR without knowing how to use the power correctly. Because let's see, how many skulls did we get hit by that match? And how many did he shoot at us? Yeah, but it doesn't matter if even if they can or can't see the bar. If you're on communications, they won't do it. Because I know people always end up yelling at teammates, right? And it's like they could have 4 hours in the game and not know any better. And if you're on communications, it wouldn't matter. But the reason I always point this out is because Swifts are super strong. And yeah, I know they can see it, but at the same time. But that is solo queue, right? That's why I said the same issues in open lobbies happen in solo queue. But it's always a communications issue. But that's the funny thing is he didn't even need to be doing that. We had no gens done, and then he decided to tunnel, and then he lost all his gens tunneling. He sure got better with his power on that one, didn't he? But the reason that you need to work on the power is because in the high MR, there are times where you shouldn't use the power and you should M1, right? But you don't know that if all you have to... I can't use my power... Like Billy. Curve Billy, right? If you're using Curve Billy, you need to learn to curve, or he's never going to be the third best killer in the game. A lot of people look at as the third best killer in the game. If all you know how to use his power for is mobility and the occasional free hit from a survivor that's out in the open, then he's nowhere near that strong. He's still strong as fuck because you have high mobility and you get the occasional free hit. And zoning stuff is you break the thing and then you can still catch up to him. But that's just high mobility. What makes him really strong is if you can curve at those tiles and get a fast down. Teabagged him so hard for camping. Yep, he got a lot better at his power that game. By camping out the survivors and missing all skulls and just going for M1s while tunneling. He definitely couldn't have played Ghostface and got the exact same results on solo queues. No way. But that's why I say it the other day when I played Killer. Because someone had me play Huntress. I was like, this will be a good example. And what happened? The amount of times I had a free down in front of me. The guy was on deathlook even, I remember. And I threw a hatchet at him. Because even if they're in front of you, if I'm just M1, I'm not improving with my power. So, and I was missing the dumbest hatchets. It was hilarious. But even with missing the dumbest hatchets and going super far out of my way to get everybody on deathhook, right? Even with all that, I still got 9 hooks and a kill. And I could have had more kills at the exit gates. I was just so bad with the hatchet. But that's why I was like, look at the eye test, right? If all I did was play a little mean, I get an easy 4K, they don't get any gens done. You know what I mean? And how much did I actually get better with Huntress? You know? Like, people don't realize how easy Dead by Daylight is on both sides. I made fun of survivors for it for years, but I saw a lot of whining from killers this year. And now I'm making fun of killers for it, too. I was like, it turns out, in fact, we are actually all Dead by Daylight players. Survivor and killers. Alright, so sorry. It's Zerkarok, Pokos, and Zuck Machine. Zuck Machine was just in here. Hey, good song. Not in the mood for it, though. This is a good song, too, but also not really in the mood for it. Well, we can just ready before getting Zuck back in. I can make sure going next. Also, thank you so much, Zer. Zerkarak is the one that came up with the name Loop Skywalker. Because people think I look like... I agree with them. Like, and I get... Well, it's not like I think I look exactly like them, but I can see the similarities. Is Mark Hamill or Luke Skywalker. And I've heard Ewan McGregor at times, and I'm like, yeah, I could see, like, slight resemblances on both of them, obviously, where I'm like, yeah. But I was like, does I get to use the Force then? But they were here that day when that was happening, and then they called me Loop Skywalker. Because people give you nicknames, but the ones I really like, I just put in my stream title, that I think are hilarious. All right, nice. Nice glider. Oh. Yeah, I forgot. I like the intro to that song, but then it kind of goes nowhere. And I was like, oh yeah, I was going to change the song. Anybody have random, like, especially electronic songs where you're like parts of the song, but not the whole thing? That's actually my problem with Slayer, too, in general. The metal band. I don't really like their vocals that much, and like almost every one of their songs has a part of the song where I'm like, yeah, I don't like this part.
Let's try to not lose any blood.
Nemesis. It kind of is where I want to loop, though. Had a game where no one got hit ever? I don't think so. I literally only remember playing on a full 4-person Swift one time, and that was on the 1-year anniversary of No Perks. Because I was playing with Flippin', your boy MLT, Pastry Panda, or Tabby, if anybody knows Tabby, because we should change her tag to. But she was originally, oh shit, she was originally Pastry Panda. Bruh, how does he turn around and go the other way? Do they not go down hills? Maybe when I went down too far, it changed the elevation and he couldn't see me? Because I always want to try to figure out the logic, you know? What's up, Lilith? Norman's what you name him? What does everybody name their zombies? You got Norman and who? I went the wrong way. Oh, he's bamboozle. On Nemesis is interesting. I wouldn't run bamboozle on Nemesis. Oh, fuck. The zombie's up there. Personally, but the reason I wouldn't run bamboozle on Nemesis is because, I like the whip for the anti-loop. I don't think I make it. Nope. Medium vault. If I running vault, I would have made it. That's a really hard running vault to get. That's sad. I thought he was closer than he was. He might have gotten caught going up the stairs because it feels like all stairs are bugged at some way. Because even one of the stairs we ran in, I don't know if it was this game or last game, but we like didn't rubber band. But you know how you get caught on random shit that on certain updates, and you're like, that wasn't like that last update. Stuff like that. Because I definitely didn't think I had enough distance to even get close to the window. It's a really hard running vault to get, but I have gotten it before. And the thing is, you have to have the killer at the perfect distance to swing. Just like that, right? Because they can just go down the side thing right there, and you're completely outpositioned. I'll show you what I mean by outpositioned. I guess I should have healed them first. So when you jump that window right there, that's why the killer has to swing. Because if you're too far in front and you jump that window, you stagger, and the killer just jumps down off this thing right towards right where you land. And you're not, because of the stagger, you're not going to make it over to here. You might, if you have a bigger head start, like if the killer's like there and you jump, you might be able to make it in, right? Because the killer's going all the way around, and then you might be able to make it to this. But if you have a bigger head start, what I usually do, instead of doing that, is I come up here, and they go all the way around, back to this thing here. Right? And I sit here and I wait for them to come up the stairs. Because when they come up the stairs, they can double back, right, or they can jump down right here, right? And you can't really see. But when you see them come up the stairs like this, right? And you see the zombie, well, let's use a zombie. There's usually a red stain too, obviously. So you see him go up the stairs and you turn the corner like this. Well, hopefully the zombie's still coming. Because usually you don't even have to turn the corner. Usually you can make it to like here, and then you see, and then you just run and jump off. The thing is, the way it works, you jump in, you go this way, but their momentum usually takes them that way, so you can come back up this thing and then jump this again. Damn it. Oh, fuck, they're getting left on hook, my dumbass. They're like, yeah, you idiot. I'm sorry. That is literally me being dumbass. That's ADHD in a nutshell. I'm like, oh yeah, we're not in a custom game. We're actually playing a matchmade game. My dumbass. Yeah, this is usually what the looping guides are, and usually when I in the walkthrough parts of them, I'll use like 1 or 2 specific examples. So I'll be like, you can come up here and wait for the kill to come up here, and then I'll see like 1 example of that specifically, maybe 2 if they're like 2 different types of scenarios. And I'll be like, don't do this because this can happen, and I found out the hard way, and then I'll cut to that example too. But in the examples part, it's just examples. And then the big tiles that I have enough chases on, I've started organizing by killer. That last looping guide is 10 hours long, but has 40 of the 41 killers in example chases. So if you open up the pin comment, because there was too many chapters to type it out as actual chapters. So in the pin comment, the zombie is still here. But in the pin comment, I have not all at one place. So like the main building, I had 39 different killers and examples. Now some killers I had like 5 or 6 examples of, and other killers I had like 1, like twins, right? I only had 1 from twins. But there was, I had it organized on the big tank in the corner by killer, the main building by killer, and all around chase by killer, which used multiple parts of the map. I feel like this killer already won the game too. They've been playing nice. Yeah, everybody hooked once. Aw. My dumbass still didn't even think to cleanse. But if you go to the pin comment, you can type Control F, and you can type any killer in the game, and it will take you to a chapter where you click the chapter, and it immediately takes you to a chase on that specified tile by that killer. So like the main building had 39 of the 40. All I was mixing was Trickster and Croshu. I'd never played against a Croshu on Nostromo. She's new, and I still haven't played against her that much in general. But Trickster, I didn't have a chase at the main building, but I had a chase at the tank, and I had an all-around chase. So you can still find 2 different chases with Trickster. Stuff like that, basically. Yep. Crosher will be super rare. Makes you want to play her in a rare. Same with Houndmaster. Because then when you play against one, you're like, I didn't know they could do that. But you find out real quick when you're playing as the killer. Because people definitely know the counterplay. That's the fastest way to find it. Just play as the killer, and they're like, oh shit, they're doing this. It's definitely working. I don't know where they are. It's over this way. I don't know if Michaela knows. Yay! I had help with that body block, though. I don't even feel like that counts as me body blocking. That was a good Chad Nemesis, though. I can't even tell him Giga Chad. God damn it. Good shit. And they were on controller. Oh yeah, and people started greeting pals against you. That really works against Clown. I actually, this is a hot take, but I really liked playing against when Clown was OP for a little bit there. The speed Clown. I actually loved it. Because Clowns would, like, brainlessly try to go all the way around stuff, because the second you threw the pallet, you wouldn't be able to make it all the way back around. But because of that, you could greed the pallet, and they'd go all the way around, and you could just, like, make it somewhere else. It was hilarious. They'd, like, throw another bottle and catch up. I was having so much fun. Oh, shit. Who's next in the queue? Let me do this. Sent me an invite now. They gotta join. There we go. Oh, Pocos can rejoin the queue. You can play another one, Pocos, but you just gotta rejoin the queue. It just helps us make sure everybody gets a chance to play. And then we just need Glider. Wait. Oh no, Zerkarak is next game. We need Glider. Unless Glider's not here. Well, I guess we can do that. We can get Zerkarak here and get Glider in the next one. I can't add you. What, on Xbox? Oh, if you're on Steam, you just gotta hit the green button on the right hand side that says join game when it's your turn. It was your turn, but they got in and we were like, alright. But my friends list is full, and if you can't send me a friend request, that probably means my friend request list is full. No, I have 199. So I should have an open friend request. Because I thought I had outsmarted the system. You're on PlayStation. You gotta send me a friend request, though. Yeah, re-add me. Yeah, you can just re-add me. Oh, we got ready up. It's not working, just like restart the game and try again. Never had a problem with somebody not being able to add me before, though. At least not in Dead by Daylight. Oh, you can even play twice in a row as long as there's not people in the queue. Oh yeah, I did change my name, yep. Alright, we'll get Glider in on the next one, but I'll put it so that I'm catching it up to where it is right now. So people can rejoin. Well, it's not letting us... That's what I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to go next when somebody's the current player. Because I don't think it'll let Zerkarak rejoin because he's the current player. But if there's nobody in the queue, it won't let them rejoin. We might not load. Okay, I was about to be like, we might not load in this one. Took a little bit.
Stay alive. All of you.
Which killer is it? Skull Merchant. Interesting. This is a new one, right? I don't know what they did to her. Hell yeah, stream's ending at 7:30, not 7, because when the Pistons play at home on Fridays, it's usually 7:30. Whereas their home games during the week are at 7. Unless they play away. Like they played in Milwaukee the other day, that's why it was at 8. If they play in Denver, it'll probably be at 9. And if they play on the West Coast, it's usually at 10. Oh, the stream, even at 9 or 10, the stream doesn't even end early. I'll still wear the chains, but that's out of pure superstition to support my team. Might as well. He's got leader. Hey, what's up, Ghostface? Thanks for 5 stream streak. That's what I was most worried about the other day, if it got ended at some point. Because I had to restart the stream because I had to restart my router. Things was fine after that, so I think I just needed to restart the router. Damn it. She's extra fast, right? I could throw that. Damn. Up here. Is she speedy? Damn. She's like, I've had enough of that shit. She learned fast. A lot of times, especially with pallets in a corner, killers will just sit there and respect it like 18 times in a row. She learned fast. She was like, oh, you're one of these fuckers, huh? And I'm like, yep. What's up, Jessica? Happy Friday. Little fucking gnat just flew on me for. Yeah, I can see it up there. A little fruit fly. Let's see what the fuck. Well, it got lost or something. Landed on my face. I'm not as annoyed with the filler pallets being less safe. I'm more annoyed. The only thing I'm truly annoyed with is the docks on Grim Pantry and Pale Rose. There's 3 versions of the docks. All 3 versions have 4 windows. One of them was pretty strong. Not as strong as the main building, but pretty strong. But there was killers that it didn't matter against, and there was killers that, you know. And there was always ways to mind game it, specifically. Because if you waited at a checkpoint, you wouldn't be able to make it back around and just, like, cookie cutter it. You always had to finagle your way and win a 50-50 or 2 to reset it. The mid version was pretty mid. That's why I would always call it the mid version. And then the bad version I have a video about. Yeah, I remember that bad version I have a video about where I was like, there actually is a way to loop this one. And I was like, it makes it kind of mid. You know what I mean? But it's only mid if you can hit the hard running ball every time you turn the corner. You know? But it is the way to loop it. Or at least a way to loop it. Because there's always multiple ways to loop stuff. But that's what I think is the best way. But they took 2 windows on that one, too. You know the window that put you in the corner? That was just like a bad little mind game window? They took that one completely out. And the one on the side that's facing the inside of the map. It's like if you're looking at the base of the docks going down that way, right? They took the one out, not the one on the side, but in the lane parts of it, they took the one that's closer to the left side. If you're looking at from the top of the docks. But they took out, I haven't seen the mid version yet, but on the strong docks, they took out the strong window, and they took out one, what other one did they take out? They took out 2, is there only 1 window now, a strong version? Is that the weakest one now? Alright, trying to see if we can get this again. See, even when you get the running ball, that's exactly what I was saying. I don't think I have the distance though. Yes! I wanted to throw for once because I never throw this pallet. I don't think I have enough distance. Nope. Damn it. That'd have been sweet to try to make it. We got the running vault though. Did you see the running vault? Remember how I said the killer literally has to swing there? Because if they don't swing, just like the last way when I was walking through it, if they don't swing, that exact thing happens. Where even when you get the running vault, they still don't even have to redirect the momentum. They don't even have to swing. They're just already going towards you, and you stagger. So I'm like, they literally have to swing there. But if the killer knows that, they can literally sit there and wait for you to vault. Because if you run past it, then there's nowhere for you to go. You basically can only work against a killer that doesn't know the window's there, see you start to vault, and then swing at you. And I've only had that happen like 2, maybe 3 times max. But the running vault's hard. That's the funny thing too, is even like on that Nemesis that did swing, I medium vaulted though. But he might have held back, to be fair. He might have literally been standing there and then saw me medium vault and was like, ha, punch. You know, he could have done that. Because that's right there, and look where the window is, right? So he could literally be standing right there, see me start to medium vault, and then lunge in. It's pretty funny. We got rolled this game, too. This killer got 3 people on deathhook. Because everybody in the world knows how to play aggressive. That's why I call it playing mean and playing nice. Because people call it playing fair when people go for 12 hooks, too. I'm like, that shit's not fair. Playing mean is fair. Playing nice is fair. It's all fair. As long as you can't get banned for it. I think they want a Mori. But literally, you don't ever have to even play a single game of DBD, and you know you can just tunnel somebody out. But survivors and killers be acting like this game's hard, and I'm like, that's what stops more people from playing this game, because they're like, oh, it's sweaty, and I'm like, have you played any first-person shooters? This is going to be a very laid-back, chill time for you. Hey, she's making a game of it. She's like, well, if I hook them, they're dead. If I don't hook them, I can use them as bait. They gotta crawl, though. Oh. They catch up. It is gonna be close. I think they do have haste, right? Yay! I should have waited. Fuck, because I forgot the other star was going to the other exit gate. I should have made them force me out. Damn it, Giga Chat's Skull Merchant though, and they're on controller too. Leave it up to the controller players. Like more often than not, the controller players are the Giga Chads playing nice. It's because I feel like maybe they just don't have as much ego, or maybe I don't know. Like I was like maybe because I don't know why there's so much ego in DBD. That's why I was like, this game is not that hard. There's a few things that are, and like I said, this is all just my opinion, but like there's a few things that are hard. Hug teching on Wesker, Curve Billy, learning the hitbox on Huntress and shit. When I played Huntress the other day, I don't even know if I played like 10 games of Huntress, and I was like, I'm fucking terrible, and this is so much fun because I'm actually terrible. Slinger is too much like a first-person shooter, where Slinger was easy to pick up, for me at least. Alright, so we need Glider in here. And I hated Trickster, but I only played Trickster when there was that crazy recoil. And I was like, this sucks. No problem, sir. Who's next in the list? Let me see this. We need to get Poco's in here, right? Or is Poco's in that last one? Poco's was in that last one, okay. So we got a completely open lobby if anyone wants in. Hey, what's up, Blitzen? Everybody go follow Blitzen. They're awesome peeps. It's an irate. It is. Let's go. Oh, see, you're right. I have to play Fung, actually. I can't even play Dwight yet. I have to play Fung. My dumbass. What do I want? Sure. Does she have a Christmas fit? I don't remember. Probably just a Christmas sweater. But I need to play Dwight next game. I'm sorry, House. But it did remind me, I was like, fuck, I still have to play a fun game. I'm just dumbass. We all know this. Man, it was cool to actually get that running ball when we were talking about it. Because since we're playing this playlist, we had just been talking about it. We're like, hey, we actually got it. The end of the song is so strange. My favorite song by them is a song called Flutes, actually. Nope. It's Hot Chip. That one was Over and Over. Oh, that was the name of the song, is Over and Over. I like Flutes the most. Oh, that one's good. That was just the first one I heard from them. I'm sorry. They bugged some shit on corners. There's a lot of strange corners now. You have come to believe this? Well, I appreciate the kind words, but I literally just think I'm like an average player. Like all the loops that I make videos about, the reason I make those is because I feel like this is common knowledge. At least some of the players that have thousands of hours is pretty common knowledge. Damn it! I was hoping he'd go for a. Thingy. Let's move to the unsafe side here. Yay! Well, that was lucky. How did I not get hit by that? Oh, shit. It's Trail of Torment, right? Is that what's going on? I've never heard that before. That's fucking hilarious. If TatorHead is so good, why isn't there a TatorHead 2? Wait! Oh my god, there actually is. You're not gonna believe this. So my name was hashtag no perks since 2020 space TV. And this was another upside of changing my Steam name to Kap'n Kush. Because somebody on PlayStation made their name hashtag no perks since 2020, but there was no TV in it. But it literally had to be PlayStation, because I don't have PlayStation, but on Nintendo Switch, you can only have 10 characters, and you can't have hashtags in your name on Xbox. Like, it doesn't allow symbols. Fuck! Damn it. I saw it too late. I know that's not a TatorHead 2, but I thought it was funny that... Another reason I wanted to change it too is because for a long time I thought it was really funny. I'm like, this is hilarious. Because I was just picturing somebody just running like full meta every single game. Damn. God damn it. Do I have enough just taunts? I don't know if I make it though. Medium vault, boo. Although I think with the distance, since he jumped off at the strange angle, I think with the distance, if we had a running vaulted that, we might have been able to make it to the pallet. That's a hard running vault though. That's why I'm like, hey, let's go practice it over and over. We got it once, but it didn't matter. The killer just jumped down and we got hit. Yeah, only if they lunge at you. But to be fair, the way he went up this, and this is not shaming the killer, because how many maps are there? And even then, like, how often does anybody get this map? You know, this is why it's great that they have the showcases now. Because some days I'm going to be like, I've played on the map a million times. And some I'll still want to, like Saloon. I'm like, oh, it's Saloon. Or Leary's, you know, I'm like, oh, I love these two. Shelter Woods depends. Because my favorite part about Shelter Woods... You know when you have those relationships with peeps? Like, Not like romantically, but just like friendships and stuff where you didn't like them at first. You like butted heads, but then the relationship like hits different. You become like way better friends because of it. Once you're like, hey, actually, you're like, we are on the same page. Where the fuck is he? Oh. That was me as Shelterwoods. So Shelterwoods used to be like Rotten Fields and Wrecker's Yard, where there was no main building. It was just this big tree in the middle. The tree I think still exists. It just there was no main building. It was just like a big spread out map with a bunch of common tiles. But I actually liked it. I didn't like the other ones, but I liked that one. Wrecker's Yard's okay. I just hate Rotten Fields on both sides. I hate it on Killer and Survivor. Survivor, it's just boring and spread out common tiles with a bunch of holding W, and Killer, it sounds like it'd be good for Killer, but Killer, since it's so spread out and the survivors can see every generator from everywhere because the things stick up over the corn, you lose your generators so fast on that map, and it's spread out. So it's like, I hate that. That's my least favorite map in the whole game. When you take like playing Survivor against every killer and playing as every killer, if I had to rank it, that would be my lowest. Are they still here? No. Running vault. Won't matter? No, still doesn't matter. This is what we mean by at least we got the point this time too. If they don't swing, it does not matter. Now that one I jumped early because I was like, hey, I have a little bit bigger of a head start. But that's why I think last time, I don't know if he... Oh, that's what I meant by I didn't mean to shame the killer. He might not have known there was a window up that last time. Because when he jumped down like as if he was backing up, and that's why we had extra distance to be able to make it to the pallet. And this time he knows the window's there, so he just jumps over the side. Now, unfortunately, you can't mind game it because they can, right where the opening is, they can see you. I mean, every now and then it might work anyway because the killer's so used to jumping down if somebody vaults the window that they jump down anyway. You can always catch people off guard or in muscle memory or habit, you know. But if they know to just stand at that opening and wait for you to jump down, then they jump down at the angle towards you. That's why they just wait there. And once they see you, jump down that way. But what I think happened that first time is he saw the window, he's like, oh shit, and he jumped down this way, and his momentum took him that way, and that's why we made it. Like I said, mistakes can happen, but once, and he hasn't fallen for it since. He was like, oh shit, there's a window there, you know. But that's why I was like, it's going to sound like I'm trying to be like, oh, killer didn't know and he benefited. He's bad, and I'm not bad. It's like, no. It's like, the thing is how many maps are there? And none of us have played on this map that much. Like, how many people even know about the window up there? I feel like almost every time I play on this map and I try that, somebody in chat's like, I didn't know there was a window up there. But and once again, it's not even a shame on somebody, because if you get bad RNG, you could technically play for 2,000 hours and never get this map. That'd be pretty bad RNG if you wanted to play the map, and great RNG if you didn't, you know, but... Yeah, balance lining, it would work good with balance lining. Now, third time that we get a chance, I want to see if we can try to juke the window. I want to crouch juke it and see if we can get him to jump off. I wouldn't call it killer-sided unless they can get some pretty good 3-gens, but if they don't get some good 3-gens, I don't think it's that killer-sided. See, I need to see him come up the stairs. Oh, the pallet's gone. No, it's not. What the fuck? I hit the wrong button. Hey, let's try to juke it, though. No, so close. Damn it. It was so close. Oh, fuck. I can't run this way. That was so close. You see how close he was to falling for it? No. It was so close. Damn it, bro. I wanted that to work so bad. Damn it. Good shit. Oh, I don't think I was getting teabagged. I think he was just trying to start the Mori and I was in the wall. I like teabag. I think they're funny. I think that was the example. No, maybe it wasn't teabag. Maybe I just said playing like a dick, right? In the trash talk video. I was like, it's just video games. Who gives a shit? I was like, you can be Gandhi in real life and play like a huge dick in the video game. And it doesn't undo anything you are in real life. And the amazing person he was in real life. He's just having fun playing video games, you know? You can be the bad guy if you want, but I don't think it was teabagging though. Remember when I was talking about changes in elevation and Pyramid Head was one of the killers I brought up? This right here is exactly what I mean. Oh, he has that add-on. I see. It broke the pallet because he has an add-on. That's a cool add-on. Runs back for flashlight save. Aw. What's up, Maria? Oh, I should have stayed there, actually. Usually I go on with the Maria. Oh, they're on controller, too. All the Giga Chad killers are always on controller. Not all the Giga Chad killers. Because I like to either say in post-game chat or write on their profile if they were Giga Chad. Sometimes I'm in a hurry too, and I end up seeing that when I'm highlighting the match, and I'll label the match as should have stayed and said Giga Chad, or at least tried to, you know. Game's been going great. We're doing the new playlist thing. I know people might not want to play it on and over, but I'll be probably playing on this playlist the whole time. I don't think there's any... Oh, we need Jared, James, and Zerkarak. That's who we need in here. It is open lobbies if anybody wants to join. Let me copy paste that. I smoke like 6 grams a week. I'll show you the different versions I smoke. So, and how I usually smoke. So this is my sativa. I usually grind up 0.3 of this. And then I split off some pieces of plug nugs until usually about Friday I have like 15. So I had 15 plug nugs. Which means for today and the next 2 days, I don't have to like worry about plug nugs. That is weighed out in the 0.3, right? 0.3 of this, of a gram. And then I smoke a little pinch of that on the first smoke. Basically like a one-hitter amount. A teeny tiny little bit more than that. And then this is my hybrid that I grind up 0.4 of, so that gets me to 0.7. And I dump the rest of the sativa in with that, and I mix it around. And that's my mixed green salad that I smoke 2 smokes of, 2 and like a half. And then the third smoke that I said is half, which is the 4th smoke of the day. This is my indica. And I grind 0.3 of that, and half of that goes in. Or not 0.3 of that. Half of that one bowl is the indica and the mixed green salad. Oh, they sent me an invite. Please don't do that. Sorry, they have to rejoin. I need to get Jared back in here. I thought somebody was trying to join. I should have read it. But the thing is, I smoke out of a bong. This right here. It's funny because when I bought weed, they gave me a pre-roll. That was like almost a month ago at this point. But I don't know when I'm going to smoke that because I basically smoke that in one day. So, but putting out a joint always wastes a little bit of weed, especially if you're going to put it out 5 times, you know? I'm like, yeah, I'd just rather not. I'll save it for, you know, some event where I got family around or something we want to smoke up. I'm old. I don't go out and hang out with friends anymore. It's not like hang out with friends. It's just we're all getting old. We all stay in and play video games and shit. Watch movies. Plus, I am trying to be a full-time content creator. So when I'm not at work and I'm not streaming, I'm editing. So time where I would have to go out and like I used to go bowling on Saturday nights and shit like that. But my foot was fucked up, so I stopped going bowling. But I can still play Halo with those guys anyway, you know. But once again, I've just been busy trying to get as much editing done as I can. Jared's got it ready up. Or Hi can get in here if Hi wants. Oh, you're setting up in my game. Okay. Well, if Jared readies up, Jared does have to ready up, though. Wait, I gotta play Dwight. Eh. It's close enough. It is time. Oh, but what I mean is, I smoke. It's really less than 6 grams. A little bit less though, like teeny little bit. But usually, once I get to Saturday, I have enough weed left over because I always have leftover. Even with the plug nugs not counting as leftover. I usually have enough on Saturday where I don't have to grind any weed. Sometimes even a little bit left over where even for Sunday, it's fine. Not for the whole day, but like for the first smoke and I have a little bit indica left. But on Sundays, usually I use my last weed because the taxes were going up in Michigan on weed. Not on the receipt, though. It's funny. They put it on the seller. So on the receipt, you get the current tax where it's 6% sales tax for Michigan. And then you get 10% taxed for excise tax, which we all call a sin tax, although we didn't come up with that. I've heard that even from Canada when they put like extra tax on alcohol. They called it a sin tax, and I thought that was funny. Like, this is what you get for sinning. Pay, you know, it's funny. But it was 10%, and they're upping it 24%. So I was like, oh, they're upping it to 24%. No, they're upping the tax 24%. It's going to be 40 technically. But the 24% is getting on the seller. They're taxing the seller that amount. So it's not going to show up on the receipt. The price of weed is just going to go up. So I bought as much weed as early. I bought 10 ounces. You know, it was like as much weed as early. Right? But I still have my last weed left over, right? Like this was my hybrid, right? This is my indica. And this is my sativa with the huge fucking nugs. And then I have some extra weed they gave me as well, because this was the first and second time I went to this place, because they had a first-time customer discount, but I didn't want to just take advantage of that. I wanted to go again, you know. But I drove like 40 minutes. It was kind of a bit of a wait. Well, I didn't drive, to be fair. Friend drew me, because I'm still within 6 months of having a seizure. And you can't drive for 6 months after having a seizure. But yeah, that weed was better than I normally get. I usually like, because you can buy ounces as cheap as $15. But I usually want a little bit better quality than that. So I usually I start at the bottom and then I go up to the first quality. I'm like, that looks pretty good, you know, I'll pay that. So I was doing $40 ounces, and then I did a $60 ounce, and I liked the quality on $60. I was like, I actually like that, because I make these at last months anyway, you know, $60 a month basically. Less when it's a deal. But this place was taxed on top of that because it was a 40% discount on all their grades of weed except the 2 highest. So I got the $100 grade of weed since it was 40% off. So I spent $60 pre-tax. But I was like, hey, basically just get way nicer weed this time. And that's the last weed I had. So then I went again this time because I didn't want to just take advantage of it and then not go back and just be like, huh, give me my free weed. They have a good reward system, so I think I am going to stay with them anyway. I don't know which way to... Let's go this way. I always go the wrong way. Always going the wrong way. Wait. No, I started up the regular thing. I was like, wait, we're playing Grim Pantry. I'm sorry, guys. I started up the regular playlist by just purely off of habit. I was like, wait, why am I humping Grim Pantry main? I was like, I should be playing on... I was like, my dumbass. This is what I mean by my dumbass. That's not even nasty with it. That's a funny thing. This is what I mean by DBD's easy. I do have a guide on this one and exactly how to do it. But the funny thing is, in the guide I say, look down low and look at where the window is before even having to run up to it. So that way you know which direction to run when you go down low. But my dumbass still... Oh yeah, let's come over to the docks. So let's see. This is the weak version of docks. They got rid of that window. They have that one. Yeah, and they got rid of this window, right? So they have the weak window over there. That was the only strong window, and it wasn't even crazy strong. And we have this window here. But what do you connect this window to? This thing here? Yeah, same with the saloon gen. I end up chasing those though because I'm trying to 12 hook. But if you're playing to win, there is no reason whatsoever to chase up there. That's the other thing too, is like if you're just playing to use the power and have fun, and the spider keeps running up there, you're like, fine, I'll fucking chase here. Interesting. I was even thinking she might do that. That's why I was looking up. I don't have the pallet here, do I? I do. I should have waited. I thought for sure she was close enough. If I was playing killer, I would have got hit by that. I think I got hit here. Speaking of which, though, this is what I mean by playing against Houndmaster. I don't know what to do against her. I need to play as Houndmaster. But that's just... That's so much shit. How do you get hit there? Do you think she has saved the best for last as well? It made, like, no distance from me taking the hit from the dog. He ran upstairs, turned the corner, and didn't even make a medium vault. Probably would have got it if I ran out of my way. So for the running vault, maybe? You can't throw pallets against this killer at all. Dog just jumps across. You can't vault either, because dog gets free hit. I'm like, what is the counterplay? You can't greed the pallet, because they can just shoot the dog right through. Private brutality, that's what it is. That's the thing. She walked close enough. I swear I would get hit by that shit if I was playing. If I was playing killer. I had times I literally back up. I go like this and I get hit by it all the way back here. I'm like, no fucking way. I wouldn't whine about it if you didn't have it the opposite happen when you're playing Survivor. It makes you whine about it. You're like, wish I was granted the same blessing. I kind of don't like the... You'd probably be too weak, though, without that, right? I was like, I don't like that the dog just injures you and like, can down you the same way Wesker can. I was like, but it'd probably be way too weak without it. Then it'd probably be, like, D tier. Just the angle looked whack as fuck. It's like... Oh, we're both here. Wait, I need to check the aggro. This is what you mean by buggy, right? The dog just gets caught on shit. Alright. Damn it. Are they coming? I want to try to loop these docks with only 2 windows. They got the wheat version too. But I think that's probably why they don't want to chase the docks, because the dog was stuck over there, right? It looked like it was stuck on the stairs. God damn it. The thing is, you can't really body block against... Ooh. I'm a terrible body blocker anyway. But I've tried against Soundmaster before, and they sick the dog on you, and then they just walk around you and go back to the person you were trying to body block for. That is one thing I have tried. Because I was expecting to eat the down and give them more distance. Nope. They just went right around me. You can surf snug against it? What do you mean? Yeah, you could. I've heard the dog gets caught places. I've never actually seen it like that before, where Houndmaster clearly was nowhere near the docks, and the dog was just stuck on the ramp, and I was like... We're just gonna end up taking a hit, though. We're not gonna make it to docks. So he's just gonna cut us off at docks. I'm not gonna make it. Hey, pellet though. No. Run the killer all the way across the map to the only thing to try to loop. Everything else we've already made a looping guide on for. This is why I think it's funny. This dock did not need nerf at all, and they took 2 windows out. None of those killers have it so hard. I've been loving making fun of that lately. Because I've made fun of survivors for years for whining. This killer's not. This killer was playing cool too, until all of a sudden there's like 3 or 4 gens done, and then it's like, and this is why they had to go get somebody out, you know? Because I love talking trash. But there was so much whining from killers this year. And I was like, I'm going to start roasting them for it. Because I always roasted survivors for it, and I was like, I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't start roasting killers for it. So that's been my new thing. I'm like, don't those killers have it so hard? Whenever it's something that's like, there's nothing I can do here. Now, that one wasn't a place where there's nothing I could do. Because I could have looped where I was. But I really wanted to come try this, because I didn't mean to play this playlist. I meant to do the new map, and this is the only thing that's changed on this, and you can also use the docks clips for Pale Rose. So I've been highlighting matches where I looped at docks for Pale Rose guide when I got to it. That's the sad thing, is now those Grim Pantry labeled ones, they should just get out. It's too late. It's too late. No, it's too late. Oh my god, it wasn't. How in the world? They can just wait it out, though. I thought they could. Holy fucking teamwork with no communications. What legends. That was Giga Chad. Houndmaster 2. I know I said a few times how they were playing cool, but... Girly teen girl. Right, Giga Chad killer on their profile. Giga Chad killer. That's just Grim Pantry. Main is brainless. F. I was trying to loop there. Didn't make it. Yeah, that's the most obnoxious. And you too. I think that's what the name of that video is called, right? The most obnoxious main building. Grim Pantry. Also, Gavin, thanks for follow, mate. I missed a few follows. Uninstall your life. Wolf Zombie and the Gavin. Thanks for, or TTV Gavin, sorry. Thanks for follows, mates. Yep. Oh, change the game mode, thank you. I'm sorry, Steampunk. Feeling great, feeling good. How are you? Yeah, the funniest is when you go to write Giga Chad and there's some survivor whining about it. And I was just saying, I still make fun of survivors for whining. It's fun to make fun of shit. That doesn't matter. Same with video games and sports. Making fun of fans of franchises that just whine all the time. Oh, boo-hoo. Like when Chiefs fans are like, things aren't going our way this year. You're like, oh, boo-hoo. You know? But it's no fun to pile on when it's actually going bad. Like when the Browns are like, it's going so bad this year, everyone's like, yeah, it sucks. Sorry, Browns. Because nobody hates the Browns because they always suck. Not always. They've had a few good teams, but you know what I mean. Now, Lions fans are getting obnoxious. No, not to me because I'm a Lions fan, but I remember last year, I'm like, fans are going to start to hate this, hearing Jared Goff's name getting chanted in their stadium. I remember somebody else was like, yeah, but you guys haven't won anything yet, so it's not annoying. I was like, fair enough. They're like, if you win the Super Bowl, we immediately would start getting super annoyed with this shit. I was like, yeah, that's fair enough. Oh, sorry. So we played with Jared that last game, right? So we need Big Bet in here. I can go next. And then next game is Surprise It's Shady, and we have 2 open spots for next game. Hey, I can play a roll again. I'm crutching on these perks. They're so helpful for solo queue. This is Outcast. Outcast is my favorite. This is ghetto music. Kotaku, thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. Yep. So, yeah, it's funny, but I do want solo queue to get buffed where you had a base kit version of I used to just say Kindred, but somebody like a week ago, I wish I remember who it was. That's when I started making a point, like when Zerkarak typed, called me Loop Skywalker, I was like, I have to remember this. But yeah, I love Outkast. Outkast is my favorite. Who's your favorite rapper? Outkast. That's not a rapper. That's a rap group. Fine. Kid Cudi. How do you like that answer? But Tupac's my goat, though. I have a lot of Tupac in the playlist. I started with Tupac today, actually. Speaking of which. Kid Cudi's a Christian rapper now? I haven't heard his new stuff. You mean he's a Christian that raps? Or he like, raps about, like, praising God? Nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, I'm like, huh, interesting. I'm not exactly religious. This question always comes up when we play on Dead Sands, because there's a big cross that spawns, and there's like a little rock, or these 2 rocks with a pallet that spawn right by it, and you treat it like the fence, so you run around the cross a few times and then greed the pallet, or throw the pallet if you want. But it's fun to greed and then try to get more loops around the cross, but every time it happens, I'm like, we're getting religious up in here, but I'm like, also, if somebody is religious and is offensive, please let me know. I'm not religious, and I don't know, I'm just having some fun jokes here. But also, I guess you shouldn't joke about religion. But at the same time, it feels lighthearted. If anything, this is like a good thing, right? But then I was thinking of Borat. Borat was such a better movie than I thought it was going to be. Saw it for the first time last year. I thought it was going to be like South Park type of humor, and it was not at all. It actually like had like a positive outlook on humanity. I'm not saying South Park doesn't. It's kind of its own thing. South Park just makes fun of everything and everything, all the things and everything all the time. There we go. Everything all the time. But the best things to talk. You know what's funny? That is what I want to have a channel for, like 15 years from now. Because I don't know enough. And it's like, you're ignorant. And you're like, you're right. Like, you're right. And people ask me my views on stuff. I'm like, I don't know enough. And every time I look up stuff, it always seems like there's so much complication to it. Like, what about this? 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 And it's like, holy shit. Like, the one I think of the most, that because I'm super ignorant, so I don't know if it's gonna sound ignorant, but when you admit you're ignorant, when I'm not like, no, I'm right, and you got, I know I don't know shit, but like the one that I think of the most is like the Israel and Palestine, because every time I ever look it up, I'm like, who started it? There's always like a holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. I've seen things go as far back as like the fucking biblical times. Because like it's like, okay, so like in more recent events, right, that I've looked at, it's like 700,000 Palestinians were displaced by Israel forming, right? But then I was like, why did Israel form there? And it was like, because World War II happened, and when the Jews that were in the concentration camp were let out, they had nowhere to go. And Israel, same with when I understand. Once again, this is probably ignorant, but this, I haven't read enough. You spend like an hour reading, and you're like, I feel like I made it nowhere. But from what I understand, that's both the Jewish and Muslim holy city, and that's why there's a great conflict there as well. But that's why Israel wanted to go back there after World War II when they were in concentration camps. So they're like, well, we're going to go to our holy city. And it's just like, and this is what I mean by it's like, okay, why were 700,000? Okay, it was because of World War II. Okay, but because of this, and it literally just never stopped. Like I said, I'm no expert on the subject whatsoever. But I just like pointing to that example just because like every time I ever look it up, I feel like I get nowhere. But I know I'm ignorant. That's the thing. If you know you're ignorant, and you're not like, I'm right. And you just gotta be open-minded to any knowledge that you can gain. But that's why I want to have a channel like 15 years from now where that's all we talk about is like the really important stuff. But specifically, I want to talk to people about what they believe and why they believe. Because whenever this is just me once again, but whenever I take anything with a grain of salt, whenever I'm hearing it from like a corporation or something like that, because I feel like they just want you to hate the other side, because then they can create fear and then they can sell more things out of that fear. So they're really just trying to get more money, That's how I kind of look at it. But that's why I want to talk to real people about what they believe, what they went through, and why they believe what they believe because of what they went through. Like, because specifically, you're going to get stories you really have to hear, because people will be like, well, that's not common. It's like, but you still have to hear it, even if it's not common. It's like, the one thing I always point to as well, I mean by people's different experiences, is this happened in New York City when I was a server. I worked on 17th and 7th Street, this place called Cafeteria, and it's funny, it's a place called Cafeteria, and that is like one of the fancier places I worked at. Which is not saying anything bad about the place. I've worked at nice places. I was bartending in Times Square. But at the same time, like, that was like a restaurant that had been like Food Network and stuff. Not like a main staple. It just like had segments on Food Network. Not when I was there, though. That was before I was there. Because restaurants don't last like crazy long, apparently. And when I got there, Cafeteria had already been around for like 20-ish years, I think. Which was already like a long time for a restaurant, and I was like, okay. But I was working my way up to bartending. Cafeteria is where I got my first bartending shifts, because they have a lounge downstairs, and that lounge has its own little bar, so that's how they train servers to start getting some bartending experience. And I was starting to get some more shifts down there, because that's not open every day of the week. It's open on busy nights where they need more seating, because it's a private lounge. You can also like, there's two things you can rent out. You can rent out the lounge down there for like a little party, because it's not a huge restaurant, or you can rent out the private dining room, which is like has a closable door. It's in the main dining area, but it doesn't have its own bar behind the door. It just has like a folding door. It's up to you guys. Do you guys just want to go next? If Steampunk couldn't even make it out of the basement. We can just go next if you want. Yeah, we can just go next. Because that way it doesn't have to count as their team. Oh, Big Bet, you can hear, right? I just don't want it to count as their game. Big Bet, you gotta go next, main. Because I want high sitting there waiting. Big Bet, gotta go next, main. This is what we talk about. We do this when we have a full lobby. Big Bet, you gotta go next, main. This is what we're doing. Because if the killer wants an easy kill, we'll be good people and give it to him. Yeah, come down, get the free kill. Killer wants an easy one, let's give it to him. And have fun getting your hooks and waiting out the endgame collapse while we're in another game by the time it even finishes for him.
I think Sable talked about this place.
The funniest part, though, is when killers whine about it. You guys are just, and you're like, no, you wanted the easy one. We were good gamers and gave it to you. But also, don't do this if you have anybody else in the lobby. We did this in an earlier game, but somebody quit. They DC'd. And that was we had 2 other people that were in open lobbies. And I was like, yeah, we can just go next. It's a fucking bot. But when people are waiting for their turn in open lobbies and then they just get tunneled out, I'm like, all right. We could play against a killer that has a brain next game and wants to use it. Yeah, he wanted the easy one, Steampunk. We were good gamers. We gave it to him. This is why I have sassy AF in my tags. I have had killers try to play the victim, too, that come in there. I really wanted to play against you. And you're like, no, you didn't. You just kept tunneling the other guy. Oh, we heard the song yesterday. It's my favorite Adele song, but it's a cover. But like I said, if you have randoms, don't go next. Because if you have randoms, you might have a bartender that spent 16 hours double in Times Square, just got home and they want to do one thing for themselves that day, and they play 1 or 2 games if you max time. So you don't want teammates going next on that. You're like, can I at least just play a normal game? I have 3 teammates go next, and then I have to sit here looking for hatch or something, you know? But if we're all sitting here in open lobbies, fuck it. Let's not keep the person waiting for their makeup turn. Because the other option, if somebody gets tunneled out like that, the other option is we play it out, but then it doesn't count. It still counts as the people that played it out's turn. So if we played that out, High would get another turn, but Zerkarak and Big Bet would not because we played it out. So that's basically the option. I'm like, we can play it out, but it counts as your turn if you want it. Never understood playing like that, never will. What do you mean? People pub stomp in every single game ever. Let me show you something that'll blow your mind, and you'll see exactly why. Look at this. When you talk about egos, this is why I never understand ego in Halo, or not Halo. Halo I do, and like shooting games because they're very difficult, mechanically specifically. But this right here, right? This is the most cringe thing I ever saw. These guys we ran into every now and then, and Halo Big Master Chief Collection, right? Halo 3 BTB class. These guys that put all themselves in A class would never play unless they were playing big team battle with a full party of 8. And now they had the gall to make a list of the people they come across, ranking them on how they judge your big team battle abilities, right? They put me in C tier. I'm right here, Taters, which is good BTB players, not always consistent or diverse. Why didn't they like us? And me and my friends were in C tier because the only times we ever played with them, because I didn't realize, when you first meet them and they're like, you want to play? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, wait, this is all you guys do? But what they didn't like is they wanted me to drive the Warthog, and I'm like, no, I want to use my battle rifle and not just drive somebody around so they can get 150 kills. And they didn't like that. That's what they mean by not always diverse. This is what I mean. This is what I mean by cringe. If you thought... But one second. What I mean by cringe, this is how easy big team battle is. One second. I'll show you guys a screenshot I had when it was just me and 2 other players. Why is this not opening? Here we go. I gotta open this. All right, look at this picture. Look at this. So it's just me, my friend Lemon, and our friend Senior. I had 74 and 11. My friend went 50 and 14, and our other teammate went 20 and 11. Our teammates went 4 and 18, 1 and 13, 1 and 3, 0 and 2, and 0 and 0, and those 3 quit. So they went 1 and 5 and quit, and our teammates went 5 and 31 combined. Right? So we weren't even like pub stomping. We went with 3 people. They had 1 teammate quit, went 2 and 3. They had a teammate go 0 and 15, 2 and 13, 19 and 23, 14 and 25, 9 and 28, 8 and 27, 14 and 20. Like, were we pub stomping going in with 3 total players? Although, to be fair, the reason we even got that many kills was because that was actually one of those matches where we needed that many because we were basically playing 3v7. It was funny. It was one of the only times where it ended up like that. Because a lot of times if you're getting that many kills, the other team quits. You know what I mean? And then it's no fun because you're just banging on a bunch of people. And you don't get any kills, like shit like that sucks. And then you're like typing in the chat once half of the team is quit, you're like, you can quit now with no DC penalty. And then they start quitting. It's funny. That's how Halo works. If half the team is quit, you can quit with no DC penalty. But if you quit before that, you always get a DC penalty. Hey, it's a full aura build. That sucks for Big Bit though. They literally just got seen.
Let's get you healed. And
It was bad though, if we're all exposed. Oh, you're gonna go down. I'm playing till 7:30. Oh, speaking of which, you know how I said you come home after a 16-hour double and you shouldn't go next if you have randoms. Any randoms on your team. If you can communicate to the people to go next, that's different. But fuck, what was the relevance of that? Oh, the stream that's my me time actually. Because like I could put more videos out, but I'd have to stream less. But all I do is either go to work, edit before and after work, and then stream. I'm like, I'm playing some video games and hanging out with friends today. And that's like my selfish time. But that's why everybody wants to be a full-time content creator, though. Yay. I was happy to see it work. Jump down this one, too. No, I'm sorry, Big Bit. This is why I needed to practice this. I'm like, this is how you loop this. I've never ran that rap before. And it takes playing against an artist. And you're like, I see. This is why I'm glad they have these map showcases. Eastern time. So I go live at 4:20 p.m. Eastern time. It's funny, if I ever switch the schedule, I'm just going to still say 4:20. I'm just going to change it to another thing. So I was thinking like next summer if I wanted to play like way more killer. Because all my killers were P10 and I'm like, alright, time to learn some more killer. But the killer Q times are better and have the blood point bonus later at night. And I was like, hey, if I could just start my stream at 7:20 Eastern time and I could just call it 4:20 Western time. Hell yeah, these perks. My ADHD's been, I don't think I've finished like a single thought. I was like, why were we even talking? Oh, yeah. Well, we already got past that. I want to go... Let's go back to talking about serious stuff that I don't know anything about. Because that was the gist of that story anyway. I was going to talk about, like, one... That was nuts. We were sitting there in the bar... I guess I will talk about it. We were sitting there in this bar, and We're across the street from Cafeteria. That's on 17th and 7th on this corner. And then Merchants was across, like, diagonally on that corner. And Merchants closed now, unfortunately. And another important thing is Chelsea, or specifically that area of Chelsea, is known as the Gayborhood. Because there's a lot of gay bars and stuff like that in the area. It's a lot of fun. But that's specific because Merchants was a gay bar. And we were there after work. It was me, Christian, and Kurt. And it's funny because Kurt was security, and Kurt was already off for the day. Like, he was security for Merchants. Because it was like a Monday night. Like, there was nobody there. It was literally me, Christian, and Kurt was sitting at the bar with us. Not drinking. He was just sitting at the bar with us because we were going to be the last people there until closing anyway. And then this like, for also is important. Kurt is like a 6'7" black guy, and the reason that's important is because what I mean by mind blowing is in comes this like, and no, I'm not being like, oh, shorty. In comes this like 5'3" white Australian guy. It just like walks right up to him and starts calling him the N-word and all these other things, like the M word, like M-O-N-K, you know what I mean? E-Y, like all this stuff, and it was like mind blowing. It's like, what the fuck is that? And then he just steps up. Kurt gets out of his chair and just starts looking down on him because Kurt is security there, you know, and Kurt's just looking at him like, seriously? And the guy doesn't even back up. He's like, and but the funny thing was Christian was brilliant because Christian's like, if this guy's this big an idiot, he's probably homophobic. So Christian, but the guy took his shirt off too. Like, the guy literally was trying to get like act tough. This guy was wasted, obviously, but at the same time, it's like, bruh, what in the fuck? Are you trying to get like killed, basically? Like, Kurt's not gonna kill him. Kurt was security anyway. Kurt knows how to handle stuff, but at the same time, it was like, what the fuck are you doing? Not Kurt, but whoever that guy was. But it was funny because Christian walks up to him and starts being like, hey, once he took his shirt off, he was like looking good, and he starts like feeling his arm, and all of a sudden he didn't know like what neighborhood he was because he was Australian. He didn't know New York City, and all of a sudden he like starts kind of looking around, and then he realizes where he was, and he just like skedaddles out of the bar. It was so fucking funny. I want to say funny and fucking at the same time, but that shit was hilarious. But the point of that story is when we talk about people's individual experiences, right? And that's why I want to have a channel where we talk about people, what they went through, and specifically what they went through and why they believe what they believe. Because obviously, what are the odds of this happening? But it might have happened, right? And not just that, but what if you've only ever met 10 white people and you're a black person, and all 10 white people did exactly that, right? You're going to be like, dude, every white person is racist as fuck, like more racist than any other, and then someone's gonna be like, you're wrong, you know, that's not a truth, you know what I mean? And it's like, bruh, this was my experience like 10 out of 10 times. Like, shit like this can happen, you know? But you have to hear those stories because you can't just brush it to the side and be like, well, it doesn't happen. It's like, it does happen, actually. It might not be the most common thing in the world, obviously, but that doesn't mean you have to pretend like it doesn't exist. But that's why specifically I want to talk to people about like their experiences and why they believe what, not just their experiences, they want to talk about like their religion, or if they want to, you know, anything that's like that. I would love to. Damn it. Oh, that pallet's gone. I don't know if that was smart, jumping across that. Damn it. Well, I don't know what to do there this time. I tried it too greedy, because they were going to hit me with the birds when I went, but I can go up and down stairs. That was dumb as fuck. Why didn't I go up and down the stairs? I was trying to dodge the thing, and then it got me too out of position. I was like, well, let's try to vault this window, because we can't go to the corner, because I could just put two birds facing inwards, and we're fucked. Damn it, we won't get another chance either. I blew it. The first chase went good, but I wanted to follow it up, and I fucking blew it. All because of greed. I could have just gotten the infection from the birds and been like, doesn't matter, because we're going up and down stairs, but I thought of it too late. It's like, god damn it. We were going up and down stairs. Hey, let's go, Chelovek. See, that's the thing, is you can learn looping from anywhere. Because I call it the ultimate juicing guide, but that's just all the stuff I've came up with. And not everything I've came up with either. Some stuff I've just seen other people do. While playing killer even. And the reason why I say DBD is super easy is because my killer doctor is in the lowest MMR, and I always let survivors go. This killer actually won this game. I know it's a hot take, but killer got everybody hooked once and 2 people hooked twice. I'm like, 3 people hooked twice. I was like, killer already won this game. How I view it. If they play mean, we're just getting crushed, you know? That's why I like to call it mean, too. It's not aggressive. Everybody knows they can just play mean. I might, like, stay in and try to get more chase here. Damn. No! No, she would have gestured. That was my fault. Damn it, I would have to take. Chase me. Alright, hit us with it. Yes! Fuck, I stubbed my toe, bro. Damn it. I might literally just stay in and die. I know they're trying to help me, but I want to get some chase at this main. On artist, specifically. Although I don't think I have the distance now. No. I'm up here. Come here. Come here. No, bro. Fine, I'll just escape. Damn it. I should have body blocked for the one. I was trying to get chased up top. They're a controller. Good shit. I love that skin too. Artist has amazing skins. That's another killer I'm going to end up playing for like a month, not even a month, but just more often than I even really want to. I like playing as artist, but artist has great skins. I'm like, I gotta play as this one, and as this one, is this. That's where I spend all my shards and stuff. And then like every summer sale, I usually get some orc cells because they're all on sale. Like all the licensed stuff specifically is all on sale. I'm hoping to wait for that until the summer to try to get that bear outfit. But if I have to buy like a bigger amount of orc cells for the new holiday stuff, on the bone chill or whatever, because I do need to spend some for the holiday stuff anyway. But if I have to spend a bigger amount and I have enough left over, I was like, then I can get the bear outfit, I suppose. But I have to have like almost 3K left over because this 1,000 is going to be the next rift. So let me see here. Sorry. All right, so it's surprise, it's shady and full cup. That is who we need. Oh, just if you're on console, you have to add me. If you're on Steam, hit the green button on the right hand side of my profile. It says join game. Is Shady here? All right, Shady's here. We're gonna wait 30 seconds though, because that is unfortunately one of the rules. Is when people. Okay, nice. Well, Zerkrak is getting back in here, I suppose. And Hi Hi is in the next one, because Zerkrak is in front of Hi Hi on the list when they just added. Was Hi Hi the one I got killed that last game? It was my bad. I wanted to die, actually. And they were trying to help me, and that's why they ended up getting hit. Because they were trying to body block for me, and I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm trying to stay in and get another chase. Alright, we're gonna ready up. We can get you on the next one. But unfortunately, that is one of the rules. Is there's two things that people would say too much, and then we'd end up waiting for 5 minutes for them to join. Number one was asking how to join, or that how do I add you type of stuff. And number two is the I'm loading in now. People would always say that, and it's like they probably say that before they even turn their Xbox on, you know. And it sucks because some people that are being honest, that are literally only like 10 seconds away, do get punished because of that. Where they're actually ready, but when it was happening so often with people being I'm loading in now, and then it's like 5 minutes later. Wait, who's Trippy? Oh, yeah, because we readied up. Oh, that's why I probably could have gotten high in, I suppose. Yeah, if we're waiting on somebody and you're right behind, you can jump in usually. Because they don't get skipped. We'll get on the next time. We just want to make sure people are ready for their turn, especially on a short stream. Because we were waiting too long for peeps, and then we'd end up playing less games, which means less people got turns. And I was like, I gotta be a dick short term to get more people long term. So it's doing the right thing long term, but you're being a dick short term because of it. But 10 out of 10 times, I will be a dick if it means doing the right thing. I've been saying this more and more increasingly. It's been relevant, but it's better to do the right thing and be known as an asshole than to do the wrong thing just to uphold the reputation of being wholesome. No, call me an asshole. I don't give a shit. As long as I am doing the right thing. Damn it. Hey, we can get full cup in, though. What was it? It was unknown. That would have been sweet. I don't think there's MMR in this playlist, though. That's one of the reasons I'm kind of fine, like, just dying.
Emily, where are you?
Here we go. Oh. Nice, I do have the... Wait, no, I should have been using these ones so you guys get it too. I was saving these for the open lobby days. Damn it, I was running the wrong one. And negative perk reaction? What do you mean being... Turns out, plot twist causes you to lose the health state, meaning that if you have the perk overzealous active, when you plot twist, you lose. What's overzealous do? Mockingbird. They're getting lots of BP. I gotta remember this if we're going next. I'm like, maybe we'll stick it out. I don't want to keep high waiting either, though. Well, if we stick it out, then I wouldn't keep high waiting. It just keeps the person that would get another turn waiting. That's what feels bad. If somebody gets tunneled out and they waited for their turn, it's like, that's the main reason to go next. So I don't have to sit there waiting for their makeup turn. And the other people get a makeup turn too. It's like every 3 days. This one is around for 3 days at least. The other ones were like 2 days, I think. But I haven't played on this one enough, so I'm like, hell yeah. We just learned a new way to loop it. So that's what I'm trying to do now.
Try to not lose any blood.
That was a lot of fun too. This is like my new favorite main building. Aw. Oh, type exclamation list. That'll bring up the queue. Ah, but there's a health state. I see. It has to be the first. It has to be the first word too. So you could have typed in exclamation list and then thank you, and it would have worked. What doesn't work on YouTube? The music? Oh, the list command, yeah. It actually does work on YouTube. The bot just doesn't respond on YouTube. So when you type exclamation list on YouTube, the bot responds on Twitch. It's stupid. But I have tried multiple things. I can't get the bot to respond on YouTube. I don't know why. AI is getting better. Let me ask AI that question. Whatever chatbot I'm using. I think it's Streambot, right? My Streambot responds on Twitch, but not on YouTube. How in the world? Those three are way closer to each other than this one. Oh, is this one and those two over there? I see. So that was a closer 3-gen. Yeah, AI is useful for random niche things like that. But for anything that has any type of like opinionated stuff, it can be all over the place. Or even just stuff I'm like if you Google things like what colors are the Detroit Lions wearing tonight because I want to wear the right color jersey, I just stopped even trying because I can't. Last year they released a jersey color schedule. They didn't do that this year. But when you ask, it'll tell you. It's like they're wearing the white jerseys against this team on this year. It gives you the right date and everything. So you're like, okay, and I wore the jersey, and that was not the color they're wearing. And I was like, AI just steering me wrong. I was like, that's not even opinionated either. That was just false info. It's me. Dang it. I still will make it though. When they get hooked, I'll be able to find the other people and heal. I'll be able to heal. Fung at least. Is this where Fung is? Yes. Should we finish first?
We're gonna laugh when we get out of this.
No, bro! We could have... Maybe we couldn't have by then. They kept moving. I don't know if we'd have been able to do it in time then. Fuck, this is extra bad. Do you know about the drop down? Medium vault, I suck. You do know how to drop down. You literally just have to guess the first time, I feel like. That window is based on pure ignorance. Just hope the killer doesn't know the drop down. At least we got the running vault once today, though. It one killer not know the window was there, so they went too far and then they double backed when their momentum took in the wrong direction. Oh yeah, I've used perks before. I started doing perks for builder quests when people would gift. I'm gonna change it though. If people subscribe, I can either play whatever survivor they want, or I can play whatever build they want, but it has to be on Arella, because she's the only one that has the builds on, or can run all the perks. But for years, people have been, and every time there was a PTB where there was a new killer or survivor, I would always end up using the new perks and shit just to see. Get a general idea of what was coming, basically. And then Chaos Shuffle, and now we talked about which build to run for like this whole year, basically, when I was like, this is gonna be the last year for perks on killer. But for survivor, we started wanting to come up with a build. Don't go that way. Wow, they did get seen. That's why I didn't want them to go that way, though. If they came my direction, they wouldn't have gotten seen. But that's how helpful communications are. But I like to point shit out like that because people be like, Swift it's not that strong with Swifts. I'm like, I could literally have told them to come my direction because I might have more experience against Knight than that, than them. So I know that we can make it around the corner in time. But no, bro! If we don't heal in time, again. Like, come on. We just went through that. Please attack me. In the corner of the map. I literally just have to run a different direction. This is what I mean by communication. It's like, they're trying to heal me and I have will make it. It's like, bro! And they took a hit because of it. But I point all this shit out because people end up yelling at teammates, and it's like, if we're on communications, that doesn't happen. The same with just back there. If I'd be like, no, we got to run around this corner so you don't get seen, but they went towards, and it's like, no. Don't go that way. But not even just that. You get, because I used to think you get like 25 perks for free, because you get all these like teammate aura reading perks and things that can let, if any of the survivors know where the killer is, the whole team knows where they are, that type of stuff. So you get a bunch of killer aura reading perks too. But it's worse than that. On top of the things I was just talking about, where it's like, don't go that way, and they just don't go that way. Or like something with Blood Warden, right? Like if you're playing with a newer player, they could have 4 hours in the game, but if you tell them don't unhook in case it's Blood Warden, they're not gonna know what Blood Warden is, but they heard you say don't unhook, right? And they're gonna not unhook. And that's what they need to do, is not unhook. But they get the power of like the experience just by being on communications with them. And like even worse than that, like if you're playing solo queue and you get hit by bamboozle, right? You're gonna be every other survivor, if everybody's solo queue, is going to find out the hard way that it's bamboozle. Right? But if you're on a communications, the very first survivor that gets hit by bamboozle, it's like, hey, he's got bamboozle. And now every other survivor knows. Same with Trapper. That's why Trapper gets so weak. Because once somebody knows where the traps are, then you know where they all are. Other things too, like you can tell people that you already threw a pallet somewhere. Oh my god. I'm using this now. And that sucks. I'm going to get hit because of that, I believe. I'm gonna throw a fucking pellet. I get hit anyway, bro. No, I don't. Okay. I didn't realize that that's the first time I've ever thrown a pallet against a knight on the guard. I didn't realize they just go right through it. I almost got hit anyway. Is that why people hate playing against knights so much? Or is it really just the AI aspect? But you're not really playing against the AI aspect. You are, but you can use it against Knight if you can break line of sight. So say like you're running behind Shack, right? And the Knight is on your thing. Yeah, dude, I don't know what's up with the stairs. Like, not even just these stairs. Stairs in, like, every map. And not just stairs, but, like, any slight change in elevation. That shit's happening. Because, like, the front pallet on Gideon Meat Plant, that one I have a video about with that little half step up, like, multiple times I'm just, like, rubber banding there. And it's like, what the fuck is that? But that's, like, this update. Oh, but here's what you do, right? Like, say you're at Killer Shack, it's just an easy example. And say, like, that thing right there. Oh, I'm pointing at it like you guys can see. But you see that, like, gas tank or whatever kind of tank that is right there? Alright, I want to get chased, but I want to run the main. Where was the gen that had more progress? Was it this one back here? Because when I was at over there, had a pretty good amount of progress too. Oh, so what you do, right, is like you see that gas tank I didn't get to talk about, but say you find like a rock or a gas tank. The gas tank is ideal. It's not like it's gone every map, but just something bigger like that. And when you run behind Shack, the Knight is going to see the AI chasing you this way. So a lot of times the Knight will go this way to try to cut you off, right? So what you do is you loop around a rock around the back, and when you change direction that way that the Knight couldn't see, the Knight's going this way, and now you're looping the right direction. If the Knight goes to change direction again, you can just hold forward and get somewhere else anyway, you know? This is why I'm also making how to loop against every killer guides. It's going to take years, but the one I'm working on right now is not a map guide. It's actually how to play against Nurse. Because none of the guides matter against Nurse. Like, the loops don't matter specifically. I talk about Nurse, but... In one video, I talked about Nurse kind of a little bit, like, shortly. That was a video called... This looping tip will take you from mid to cracked. Bruh. That range is absurd. Hey, Conviction. Time to get hit by this shit anyway. Hey, hell, I literally held forward. Did they just get a free hit? They literally just get a free hit? I was at the very max range when I got detected, and I held forward. I never broke any type of... And I still got hit. Is this why people hate Knight? Do they like buff him or some shit? Because that should never happen. You shouldn't be at max detection range. Run... Yeah, that's stupid. They should not just get a free hit. That's why people don't like playing against Knight. Now, usually I use the thing that I always kind of thought was an exploit, I'm not gonna lie. You see I was touching windows and shit? Oh, fuck. I should have said Giga Chad to them, though. They were 12 fucking... That's what I mean. I'm going to end up labeling that game. Should have said Giga Chad. But I'm in such a habit of going as fast as I can to get out of the lobby. Send invites. You got to join. So that was Shady, Full Cup, and Zerkarak. So now we need Hi Hi. And the list is open after that. Oh, this has to be the last game, probably. So Hi Hi, Full Cup, and whoever else gets in here. Because it's probably the last game. They were on controllers, so I couldn't tell them Giga Chat anyway, but I need to remember to do that. I just got ahead of myself. ADHD. I was like, wait, and I try squeezing another game. I was like, fuck. So they say be the change you wish to... That's not be the change, I suppose, but... That's the thing. You want to compliment people that are playing nice and shit like that. Or playing really well. And then people are playing basic bitch copy pasta you don't waste any time on. They didn't waste any time copy-pasting that build. So what's the point in wasting time being like, you're bad on the post-game chat? Waste any time. Onto an original killer, you know? Like that Knight we were just playing against. That was Giga Chad. Yeah, So it's funny because at first they got somebody like on death hook, but you got to do that basically if you still want to win, because you're like, I need to be able to get somebody out. But then they didn't even anyway. Then they just follow through the Giga Chad. They're like, ah, fuck it. Full Cup's got to get in here. So does Jared James. We're trying to squeeze these games in. So please hurry, or you're going to miss out on the game, and we cannot do an extra game. It won't let you join. Reset the profile on Steam. The reload button at the top left, because it's trying to join a past session. Is Jared ready to go? Because we got to ready up. We're running out of time. I wanted to ready up. I got to ready. Okay. I was like, I got to ready up, because... Like, I'm sorry, but... we don't have time. Are you really ready? Oh. That's Zerkrak. Well, I guess Zerkrak's gonna get in here. This is what I mean by people will wait until things like they could ask that question before. Now, you wouldn't know to ask the question because it wasn't happening, but that is very common on Steam. That's just how Steam works. If you have a profile open early in a previous game, it tries to join the previous game session. I don't know why it does that, but that's how Steam works. So you have to press the refresh profile button at the top left. But once again, this is the type of thing that we end up having to ready up for, because you'll sit there explaining that, and then you have to wait 3 more minutes, as we have been. Because I wanted to ready up 2 minutes ago. So I do hate to do that and be a dick, but we actually don't have time now. But that is the point. You see how we're trying to squeeze the game in at the very end? That's why I have to be a dick short term. Because I used to wait like the whole time. There was one stream that went, because my streams are usually 4 hours and 20 minutes, unless there's a game, which is signified by this chain, this big ass John Cena chain. If you see this, it's going to be a shorter stream than normal. Not all the time. Sometimes the Pistons play at like 9 or 10, but I'll still wear the chain anyway. But in a 4 hour and 20 minute stream, because I start at 4:20, and that is because exactly why you think I would start at 4:20. Oh yeah. But in a 4 hour and 20 minute long stream where we were doing open lobbies, we waited 45 minutes. Like I went through, because I was getting really annoyed that day, that because it doesn't happen like that, but that particular day, like every single lobby, someone was like, how do I join? I'm loading in now. And you sit there for like 5 minutes. And I remember at the end of that stream, I added up the time, and it was 45 minutes we spent between lobbies. Like just waiting, where you're not like in a lobby, where you're just sitting waiting for somebody to join. Because once everybody's joining, we ready up and we get in the lobby with a killer, that doesn't count. It was literally 45 minutes and like a 4 hour stream of just sitting there waiting for people to join. And I was like, I got to make some rules on this. But that's what I mean. I was like, I got to be a dick short term, because like we could have played like 3 more games that way and people didn't get to play at the very end. And I was like, I can't. I was like, this is all the time I have today. And that's when I was like, all right, I got to be a dick short term so we get more people in long term. Yeah, leader's good. I wanted to do something for leader as well, but we decided to just, oh yeah, my ADHD all over the place today. But that was the idea behind the build. Because we were talking about the Swifts. You know, they get info perks for free. Wanted to do like an all teammate aura reading build, and one of the perks I had in there was empathetic connection, but I forgot that was paid DLC, not even just DLC. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll just do something with no DLC. No DLC survivors, like they could still be like survivor related. So I was doing something with like, what was it? Bond, Kindred, will make it an open-handed or something like that. And then I forgot that Ace's only base kit on like Xbox or something. I was like, aw. So then I scrapped that, and now we're just doing all common perks. So this is the build I will not always be running, because if they want me to play another survivor, I can't run any perks on any other survivor. That's what's funny. Sometimes I end up running no perks pretty much the whole day anyway, because I have a 1 channel point redemption for make me play whatever survivor, and you can make me play no perks. House actually just used it. 40 minutes ago to play Arella, and I'm like, okay. You know, that's what I wanted to play anyway. But the reason I wanted no DLC or anything like that is because I want more people to play specifically Survivor, but not like convincing killer mains to play Survivor. Just DBD gets the rep of being a really hard game, and I just don't think it is. It takes too long to learn because there's no guides out there. So we all learn by our own trial and error, but that's why I like having every single chase that I played on those maps on the long guide, so you can see my trial and error, you know? But I didn't want stuff to, because we play Chaos Shuffle, and if I got a build that they wanted to use and it was Chaos Shuffle, I'd be like, oh, I got it in Chaos Shuffle. But they will have access to that at some point, you know, without having to spend extra money specifically. And I know like Ace isn't paid DLC, but the reason I was thinking no DLC is if you wanted to buy DBD and use the build I'm running right now, you could buy DBD, spend no extra money on any DLC, and you could run this whole build as long as you got a survivor to level 30. Not prestige 30, but level 30.
I'm here for you.
And that's because if you level up one survivor, they already have their 3 base perks, and then you get 2 more tiers of the perks, right? And you can't get it before that, obviously, because you're already getting, like, you can get 2 perks in a blood web, because they'll have, like, 3 or 4, and it cancels out one once it gets level 10, you know? Stuff like that. But guaranteed you would be able to have this exact build if you got a survivor just to blood web level 30, which you can do in, like, 2 nights. You can do it in 1 night if it's, like, a few hours long session, you know? But that's the idea. I don't want somebody to be watching the guides and I'm like, you can do all this stuff just as good as I can. My dumb high ass. Like, they can do it better than I can, honestly. But I don't want them to be like, I have to buy DLC to run that. It's like, no. You can run exactly this. And the reason I wanted to do it for 2 reasons. Number 1, I have been on the losing side of this argument. It doesn't happen often, but once every few... Not even few... I feel like it was once every 6 months. Not like clockwork, but just like that often. Somebody would be like, you're selfish for not running perks because you could solo queues hard enough and you could run stuff that helps solo queue. And it's like, yeah, that's right. And I was like, I don't have a winning argument against that. Huh. Oh, I stubbed my toe because I suck. Oh my god, he vaulted. I didn't see that coming. I don't think I make it to this. I did make it to this. Good shit. I think we would have gotten M1 to though. He just called my bluff. He knew I was gonna not throw the pallet. Good shit. Now here's the thing, if Full Cup is still here, I do open lobbies every Wednesday and Friday though. It's like, that is like clockwork. It's very reliable. I go live Monday through Friday at 4:20 p.m. Eastern time. And this is a slightly shorter stream. They usually go till... And then I could have done like an extra game, like if it wasn't the Pistons game coming on. But that's the time I, like... It sounds funny that I have to watch the Pistons game. I mean, how I was talking about how playing video game on stream, like, is just hanging out, playing video games and hanging out with friends. When I watch the Pistons game, I edit. It's one of those, like, it's actually not just watching the Pistons game. It's like I have to work. I want to be a full-time content creator, but I can't get there if I don't make any videos. But I don't want to sacrifice stream time. Because that's me being selfish. I have all the clips I need for any of those looping guides, but... Does he make this? I wonder if it's shorter jumping down that way, like we just did. Oh god! I do not know the checkpoints here. This is bad. Wait, run down this way, right? I was standing here earlier for the checkpoint once I didn't know where they were. But if I was standing here and he went up that way, I wouldn't have seen it. But if I was standing here, I would have seen him come up the stairs though, right? We're learning this loop for the first time. I never looped it this way. Like, huh. This is how I should be looping it. The thing is, though, they could just come down the stairs and jump at the window. It's long enough, though, that you could force them to walk towards you, I suppose. Damn it. Yep. Because I was thinking if by some miracle this game only went for like 10 minutes, I was like, maybe I can squeeze in another one. Distance games usually start like 12 minutes late. I was like, no, I don't think we can squeeze it in. What was I editing today? Oh, I'm editing the walkthrough part. I did a short guide because what I really want to do is I want to put a short out every weekend. And then Monday through Thursday in my spare time, I'm going to edit the long, more detailed looping guides on my spare time. And then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in my spare time, I'm going to make a short and then edit on a single tile guide. So that way I don't go months between guides and don't focus all my time on like single stuff. But I'm going to make a lot of single tile. Well, I'm trying to see because if it's, I could probably do a single tile guide in one weekend if there was one I have a full looping guide for. So I could just show like 1 or 2 examples and that'd be it. Oh, fuck. Good shit. Wait. That could be a good idea, actually. I don't give a shit if I die. If you're injured, he can still M1 you. I'd kind of rather have another main building chase here. No! I'll open this door just in case that helps them. No, bro. I wanted main building chase. Come here. At least they're gonna get out. I went to open the door because I wasn't sure if they were gonna be able to make it out. No, dude. There's hatch right here. Close hatch. No, dude! I just want to fucking chase! Killers are so used to survivors that just want to leave. Like, no, bro. I was literally trying to get chased here. That's why I threw the fucking pallet and didn't take hatch. Bruh. I could have been escaped. That's so annoying. All I wanted was a fucking last chase. Yeah, but that's the thing. He wasn't even hungry for kills. He just expected, because survivors are playing to escape. I just don't think there's. I'm not sure if there's MMR in this side playlist. You know what I mean? And if there is, it's definitely not going to affect my MMR in the regular playlist. But that was the thing, is most people are playing to escape. That's what you play the game for. But I didn't want to escape. I wanted to fucking chase to the main. That's why I threw the pallet by Hatch, purposely didn't take it, but he still didn't get the message. And it's like, fuck, dude. All I'm trying to do is get a chase. I'm literally handing you a kill anyway. That sucks. But like I said, you can't blame him, because, like, if I was playing killer, I'd be like, what the fuck is this survivor doing? You know what I mean? Well, that's the thing. It's a map guide, and we don't have enough time to play any more games. That's the thing. Right? And it's only after 3 days, and I can't play on Saturdays and Sundays. I'm like, this is my only chance. But, 1 second. Gotta play a Guitar Hero song really fast. We definitely got time for a Guitar Hero song, but what song should we play? Gotta find someone to raid, too. Oops. Dresden is live. I have to raid Dresden if he's live. He never streams at this hour, so I never get to raid him. I do apologize for the peeps on YouTube. If also, here's a sad thing too, Jared, was I used to do that. Oh, what song do you want me to play, Lamin? But I used to do that in a lot of games. I could have a ton more escapes. If you look at like leaderboards, I just don't give a shit about like the escapes leaderboard. I never did. Even after I found out there was like an escapes leaderboard, I stopped doing that when MMR came in. Because before then, as long as you didn't depip, because you could depip and derank, right? So you could go from iridescent 1 if you did poorly, or you could go all the way back up to Ash 17. You could not go below Ash 17 though, because your Ash 20 to Ash 20, 19, and 18 were only for if you had never played the game before. And once you got to 17 for the first time, you could not ever make it to 20. I think you could. I just think you went from 17 to 18 in a month if you didn't play, 18 to 19 in a month if you didn't play, 19 to 20 in a month if you didn't play. Whereas the way rank reset used to work was you go down a grade. So you go from iridescent 1 to purple 5, basically. And not purple 5, it was just like ranks 1 through 20 instead of like 4 ranks, you know, in each round of 5. Some Pink Floyd. Curtis Run, thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. Here we go. That's close enough. Hopefully. Archer's gonna be like, why is this going so slow? I don't have any Pink Floyd. There's no Pink Floyd on any of the Guitar Heroes. Because the only thing, all the songs I have are on Guitar Heroes 1 through 5 and Rock Band 1 through 4, plus the DLC. So I'm like, so none of these games have any Pink Floyd? Although Pink Floyd stuff is really slow usually, to be fair. So I could see it being really easy, but they have easy songs. That's why I'm like, what? All right, well, let me just do this. So you can refund your points if you want. As made, yeah, just give you mod. I was like, fuck it. I should have some tool, yeah. Oops. Tool or Jimi Hendrix? Where are we going? We're going a lot of. I for sure have some Jimi Hendrix, because he one of my only slow songs on Guitar Hero I like playing is a Jimi Hendrix song. Du hast. We're running out of time though. Do you want Tool or Jimi Hendrix? Oh, you're still waiting, I suppose. So press this. Parabola, Schism, and Vicarious. I played that one. I think I played Schism. Oh, yeah, these were both on World Tour. All 3 of these were on World Tour. Interesting. I don't remember these at all. Oh, I'm in practice mode. Lol. Here we go. Probably have it because I like playing solos a lot. A lot of times when I play Guitar Hero, even back in the day, I wouldn't even play a full song. I would just jump around on solos. I like stuff like this because I don't know the song. So this is going to be like not only a sight read, but like hearing the song in a more involved way. I love hearing new songs playing Clone Hero. Because you're like enjoying it and having fun with the challenge. Ups. Ah, I see. Missed that one the first time. Was not expecting this note. I couldn't decide between doing this or this. Hmm. I like that it has the lyrics. I think it's because it's from World Tour. Because some of them have lyrics and some don't. Has to be depending on which game it's from. Whoops. Fuck. I was doing good until it was such a strange rhythm. Messed it up one time. Such strange rhythms. And phrasing, like the whole song. Missed one note, yep. On the solo. Didn't seem like a solo though. Like even the phrasing here's a bit strange. In a good way. You don't hear music like this much. can't see it. I hope I fire started at least. Woo! Let's go. 100% of the end part though. But that's the funny thing is I can play solos because, like I said, a lot of times when I play Guitar Hero, all I'll do is play like a bunch of solos, and it's like the double notes and phrasing shit I don't know because I don't know the song. I'm like, oh fuck. That was fun. I liked how like I couldn't really ever stop focusing because like the phrasing was never really like consistent. It sounds bad. It sounds like I'm making fun of it, but I'm like, no, it was a fun challenge in that way because I could never like. I always had to be sitting there like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it was like fuck. I messed that up one time though. That rhythm part was like fucking A. I wanted to nail it first try. I missed like 6 notes though. I got 99%. Now I gotta find a who do we let's see. I gotta play something. Which one of his does he have a solo from? That should be good, right? How long is that solo? Alright. Let's go raid Dresden really fast. Isn't there a really epic solo at the end of this? All right. Everybody have an amazing weekend. I will be live again Monday at 4:20 p.m. Eastern time. We do open lobbies on Wednesdays and Fridays. If you haven't been here before, it's Monday through Friday at 4:20, but Eastern time, and open lobbies are Wednesday and Friday. So I do sorry there's no streams on the weekend, but thank you everyone for being here so much. It's such a privilege to have friends to hang out with and talk to and play with doing open lobbies. I'll see you guys on Monday. Yeah, I only know the live version of this song solo wise. Well, this isn't what I thought it was. I still overstrummed. Because the live version has this, like, super long fucking solo. This is not it. And I keep overstrumming. Well, that was boring. I swear the end of the song has, like, had, like, a big solo. I guess this one, maybe? Maybe that's just the live version. Yeah, these are short and easy. That's sad. And I played this bad, too. Yeah, that was sad. Wait. Do Blackwater Park solo. It's short and awesome. No, have an amazing night though, guys. Yeah. 100%ed it too. Fuck. I didn't realize that I had it out of the camera. That sucks. But have an amazing night, everybody.